Guys, welcome to this session. This is a pretty quick read, even though it's 4 pals. We are going to find out what cycle you've completed, what new cycle has begun, and get you some advice for moving forward or leveling up. Hopefully you can all hear me well. I'm not using my mic. I am Amina Hextall. I'm the creator of Soul Transforming Energy and Movement, and this is an intuitive guidance session helping you enter the year 2026 filled with hope and faith that all you worked on last year, all the stuff you went through last year, was for a purpose. And that purpose is what you are now stepping into. So let's take some grounding breaths. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and exhale. Take another deep breath in. And out. Relaxing on each exhale, relax more deeper into yourself. We're going within. Take a deep breath in. Calling in your guides. And exhale, relaxing in the knowing that they are here to help you, to give you the advice you need. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, letting go of any stress, any worries, any grief, any anger, any sadness. Just let it go for now and be in this present moment, ready to receive the messages. Now there are 3 pals. With pal 1 represented by this black tourmaline crystal. Pal 2, this black obsidian crystal point or tower. Pal 3 is this black obsidian pyramid. And pal 4 is this black onyx geode. So you can pause here, or you can go directly with where you feel guided, and that is your pal. But I'll be back with pal number 1. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to this black tourmaline crystal. All right. So my pal 1s, I do feel that you're very, very heavily protected by your spirit guide team at this time. I think this last year that has passed has been very, very tumultuous for you. You've gone through a lot of letting go of, it feels like, people that you thought were going to be constants. And now you're stepping into this new year very protected from those who could get in the way of your purpose. So what cycle have you completed, my pal 1s? You have the 6 of air. You have the 2 of air, literally describing what I just said, and you have the journey. So yeah, you've completed a cycle where you had to leave things behind that did not serve you so that you could go towards something better. Many of you are on a spiritual journey towards your highest purpose. You've had to make some choices along the way in regards to this purpose. Who can come with you? Who cannot? And I do feel like you've begun this purpose, this journey last year. And throughout it, you've been cutting off and having to make choices of what to cut off along the way. And you've done that successfully. It was difficult, but you did it. Now, what new cycle has begun? You have the Ace of Wands, The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. And Strength. The new journey that has begun. Wow. The new cycle you're stepping into is in response to you being very strong throughout this past year. You're stepping into a cycle now where opportunities to make a lot of money and to fulfill your passions, cravings are going to be coming in. It is going to take a lot of courage and strength. I feel like these may be opportunities that you did not feel worthy of in the past, that take you into territories that are new and caused you to want to cling to the familiar. But now you're beginning a cycle where you're stepping into new energy, all new opportunities, new levels of abundance, and it is going to you are going to feel as if you have a boost in courage and in knowing that you're capable of achieving the things you dream. So I do feel like you'll find you are less intimidated in going towards your goals in this cycle, and that it's going to be very easy for you to come upon opportunities for wealth. All right. Lastly, let's get you some advice for moving forward and leveling up. This year, you have Father Christmas, which is the Hermit. You have Five of Good Cheer, Five of Cups, and the Five of Canes, which is the Five of Swords. Your advice for moving forward and leveling up this year requires you to leave the past in the past. Um, your journey is a spiritual one where you'll be learning about you this time around. Your advice is to take any time that you can have to yourself and use it to meditate and still your mind. Use a time alone to understand what it is you don't want and what it is you do want to experience. And also, many of you are going to be called to teach and to share some of your experiences. So, your advice is to be open to opportunities that allow you the chance to share your knowledge, your spiritual growth, and wisdom with others. But it is very important at this time that you remove yourself from past situations that caused conflict. You let go of people who want to dwell in the energy of conflict and in the past, and you move forward using the wisdom and knowledge you've gained uh, through your journey last year, because that's going to be the knowledge that's going to move you forward through this year, the wisdom. Okay. That's what I got for you, my pal ones. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and join the Light Tribe. Leave me a comment. I love getting to know you guys a lot better. And read the description. Tells you about all the other ways we can connect and vibe through workshops and other platforms that I am on. And on that note, I'm sending you so much love on your journey. Peace, blessings literally on your journey, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pile 2. Till next time, see ya. Pile 2, welcome to your session. You were drawn to this black obsidian tower or crystal point. There's something magical happening in your life at this time on Pile 2s. It's like a growth spurt. You've done a lot of inner work, I feel like, when it comes to releasing toxic mindsets and thoughts about yourself. And because of releasing those stale thoughts and ideas about yourself, it feels like you've had a growth spurt this year where you may feel just feel like you've grown with wiser. I'm hearing like wiser. Okay. Let's get into it. What cycle have you completed, my pal twos? You have Pilgrim, Ace of Fire, and the Offering. So my pal twos, you suffered an ego death. You have the cycle you completed is one where you had to realize that there's more to your purpose than meets the eye. With the Pilgrim here, and you're being guided, You were pushed a lot in 2025 to trust, to take leaps of faith towards things, opportunities, and goals that call to your passion. But in the midst of taking these opportunities, you had to also remember the purpose behind them, that you are working for spirit, that you are a child of God, that you are a light worker, and do your best not to let your ego take over and get in the way of what is meant to be your spiritual work at this time. And so you did this successfully. You took leaps of faith. You went towards things that you were guided towards, and just having the trust that the opportunity calling to you was meant for you. And along the way, you made a point to give thanks, to show gratitude, to return love to the earth or humanity in some way. So let's see what new cycle has begun because of this. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So the new cycle that has begun for you is one that looks like it's going to be a lot of financial ease. It does show a soul tribe or family coming in. So I do see for you a new cycle beginning where you are attracting rather than chasing, where you're being guided by purpose rather than ego. I see a new cycle beginning where you are going to find a whole new circle of friends around you, a whole new team of people who really support you, who are loyal, and who are all going to be on the same mission towards the same cause. I do see this coming in quickly, that these friends, it may be 3 to 4 people who you're going to collaborate with or who are going to work with you and assist you in building some kind of stability. I'm feeling financial stability. Uh, I see a life of comfort coming in for you, but I really see a collaboration with friends or a new circle, a new soul tribe of people coming in this cycle who are going to help you move forward quickly. And your advice for moving forward or leveling up at this time, we have the list, which is judgment. You have the Three of Candles, the Three of Wands, and the World. So your advice for moving forward and leveling up at this time is to literally move forward. Um, there is an awakening you may have come upon where you've discovered there are people you had to release, just like Pal 1. You may have been drawn to Pal 1 as well. But you discovered there were people you had to release, people that were in your energy that were not so nice. Hence the naughty and nice list. And I think at this time, your advice is to release those that are on the naughty list. Now, there may be people you've been waiting on. There may have been opportunities that you've been waiting on to come in. And they are saying, don't give up hope. The opportunities, the dreams, the things you've wanted to manifest are coming. However, they may need a new energy behind them. Whereas before, perhaps your purpose and mission was not clear, and now you are having a better understanding of what it is you're meant to do and why. That's going to bring a whole new energy into what you've been doing already. So I do see the advice being to be open to new things, new beginnings, but to also know that something you've been wanting to come in is coming in, and it may come in a new way, may not come in the same way. um, and you may have some awakenings as to changes that need to be made in the people you keep around you as you move into a new cycle. You can't take everybody with you. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I got for you, my pal twos. You're being assisted with growth at this time. So you're going to have an ego death and open up to new people, new energies that are more about value in service rather than in uh, what you're getting out of it. on a material level, if you know what I mean. I hope this was clear. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please remember to subscribe. We're always welcoming in new light workers into the light tribe. Leave a comment. It helps me vibe with you more. And always read the description because it'll tell you about all the other platforms you can find me on, as well as workshops I have coming up. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 3. Pal 3, welcome to your session. You were drawn to this black obsidian pyramid. And I feel like for you, the overall message is that there are things from your past lifetimes that are going to be surfacing now for you to access. So many of you who chose this power have been here many, many times before, and there are some ancient secrets and knowledge and wisdom that are going to be coming to you now. So don't dismiss callings to learn certain healing methods, um, different spiritual belief systems, and things like that you might find yourself being drawn to at this time, and they all extend from a past lifetime that needs to be activated now. All right. So let's see what cycle you've completed. On top threes, you have Goddess of Air, Two of Earth, and Eight of Water. A lot of you guys have pretty much completed the same thing during your last cycle, just in different ways. For this pile here, you, during your last cycle, gained a voice. You started to tell a different story. You stopped being a victim. You stopped constantly telling the same story of struggle and strife and started to weave a different tale, one of surviving and thriving and accomplishing and making it through. And you took more time to rest. I think this is a pal here who might take on a lot at one time. And this past year, you've been forced to let things go that you were juggling, even if it was relationships, and find more time to rest, to heal from experiences that you had to let go of. You also, this last cycle, left behind things that you loved. Could be a place, could be a person, could be a job, just something that you had an emotional attachment with because you had to. You had no choice. Maybe it was just too painful. It was just no way you could stay in it. But Source was guiding you towards better experiences, and you took those opportunities to go towards them. So let's see what new cycle has begun because you've done this work. Give the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, a lot with speaking your mind, and the King of Wands. So the new cycle that's begun for you is literally a new cycle where um, there's a lot of honesty. I feel like when it comes to love relationships for this group here, or just even love relationships that aren't intimate, like family and friends, there's been a lot of difficulty with communicating your truth, your authentic truth, having your voice, not having to pretend to be someone else, not having to trauma bond and find someone who y'all could sit and be victims together with, but literally you are starting a new cycle where you're going to be experiencing people or someone who wants to offer love and care to you from a space of honesty, of truth. And this is going to activate your ambition, your desire to go after the things that you dreamed of, the things that you've always wanted. I also see for many of you a masculine energy that's going to enter your life that's going to really inspire you to go after your truth, go after what you want, and speak your truth. Many of you in this parliament to be speakers of some kind, um, poets, motivational, inspirational speakers, counselors, coaches. So I do feel like this new cycle is going to put you in that position for your voice to be heard. So yeah, advice for moving forward or leveling up. You have the Three of Good Cheer, which is the Three of Cups. the Two of Gifts, which is the Two of Pentacles. So you have that coming through twice. And the Chariot. So your advice at this time for moving forward or leveling up is to maintain balance by asking for assistance. At this time, you can get a lot of help. There's a lot of people or friends coming in at this time that share the same vision and goal that will want to assist you. So there are projects, I feel like for this group, you are going to find you're juggling a lot, maybe school and work, family, raising children, and your career. Whatever the case may be, you're getting advised to find a balance, to cut some things out so that you can balance what is a priority and also ask for assistance when needed. I'm also hearing knowing when to go forward and when to slow down. So taking inspired action towards things, not just forcing something to happen, but moving when you feel called to move is the advice for you at this time. Um, but I am really hearing to embrace the friendships that are coming in at this time. They're really going to help you get balanced and really help you to decipher what belongs in your energy and what does not. And that's your reading, my pal threes. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. We're always welcoming in new light workers into this light tribe. Leave me a comment. It helps me connect to your energy more. And always read the description. It tells you about all the ways you can catch me on other platforms as well as join a workshop that I have coming up and book a personal reading. On that note, I'm sending you so much light and love in your journey, Pal 3. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Now I'll be back with Pal 4. See ya. 4. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to this black onyx geode. And off jump, you entering 2026, you're going to feel like you just stepped through a portal. Like you're entering a whole new life, a whole new world. You may not even have the same goals. You may not feel like the same person. People might feel like you've changed. You might not feel drawn to the same relationships or friendships. Allow these changes to take place. You are growing. You have grown, is what I'm hearing. You've outgrown a lot of things, and you're stepping into a completely new light that's reflective of that. And you're very, very protected. Like this power here, I feel like you're like surrounded from all sides, like protected by your spirit guide team. You have very important work to do here. Not saying anyone else's was less important, but yours, I'm hearing, it's like I keep hearing now. Your work is to begin now. Okay, so let's see what cycle you completed. We have the Sun, the Five of Fire. Wow, you went through a huge change, and the Priestess. Yeah, you went through a humongous change this past cycle. This last cycle that you completed is one where you were discovering what was more important, your happiness or the happiness of other people. I think at one time you might have been a people pleaser, somebody who would allow yourself to be in predicaments that weren't conducive to your growth in order to make someone else happy, in order to help someone else grow, in order to help someone else go through a transformation. And now you're owning yourself. You're owning your power. You're calling it back in. And though you may still kind of be caught between worlds, one where your old self exists and one where this new self is coming in, by the new moon on January 18th, you're going to have fully stepped into your joy and your happiness and left behind anything that felt like uh petty beefs, competitive energy, jealousy, anything carrying that energy, you're leaving behind and stepping fully into your God body. It's time. That's all I keep hearing for this pal. It's time. You completed a cycle of misery. I'm hearing like you were like miserable, and by the end, you were finding your joy. You were discovering what made you happy and what was in your energy that was keeping you from your full transformation, and you got rid of it. You're stepping into this new energy. So what's the new cycle that's beginning? We have the moon. Didn't I say about the new moon? The new moon is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. So it's big on building your career up, building your standing in society, going after the things that can build your enterprise, your kingdom. And you may be feeling very, very ambitious around that time and going towards your goals. We have the Page of Swords here. And the sun twice. My power fours. I feel like I called y'all 3 at one point. If I did, I'm sorry. Power fours. The cycle that's beginning for you is one that holds a lot of mystery. Things that you cared about, things you loved, things you wanted that you suppressed, maybe things you felt like you could not get, that just would not manifest in your life, are going to come in now. For many of you, if you're a speaker or if you're a writer of some kind, that is going to really start to reach people. With the Page of Swords here, I'm getting what you have to say. Your truth is going to be shared. I almost want to say around the world. Like many people are going to be listening to what you have to say, to your truth, to your experiences, your knowledge, your wisdom. I do feel like a lot of your truth stems from your emotions, how you stayed grounded, how you got through certain heartaches and pain. Because I do feel your last cycle was filled with a lot of that. Um, this new cycle is going to be filled with happiness. I'm just seeing a lot of joy and happiness. With the sun here, yeah, you go from the dark to the light, the moon to the sun. It's like literally you're stepping into a new cycle where you're going to be experiencing an abundance of happiness. Okay. And lastly, what is your advice for moving forward and leveling up at this time? We have the Death card. hmm That's pretty blunt. The Ten of Candles, which is the Ten of Wands, and Balance, which is Temperance. Your advice at this time is not to rush. You have time. Everything that's coming in for you right now is divinely timed. Okay, it's meant to come in for you at this time. So there's nothing that's going to get in the way of your happiness except a resistance to change. You have to be willing to let certain things die that are no longer serving a purpose in your life. There are a lot of things you have on your plate, my power force, that stress you out. A lot of responsibilities that cause overwhelm. It's time now to lessen the load. Some things are not necessary. Some things you're taking care of are not your responsibility. And I'm hearing it's time to let certain things end that you're holding on to that are causing you a stress and a strain or overwhelm. That is how you will restore balance. That's how you will start to see things flowing in. It's when you release obligations and responsibilities that are holding you down, that are holding you back and keeping you from a complete rebirth and keeping you from feeling completely balanced. You know what it is. Whatever comes to mind first, when you let that go, you're going to feel like you have a total rebirth, and peace and harmony and everything are going to feel like they've been restored. So your advice is to move forward, is to let something die that is done so that it can have a rebirth. But it does feel like it's something that is a stress, a weight on you, a big responsibility. It needs to be let go of so that you can ground and have peace in your life. It's something that disrupts your peace. And that's what I got for you, my power fours. Wow, I hope that this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. We're always welcoming new light workers into the light tribe. Leave me a comment. It helps me to get to know you better and connect to your energy during these sessions. And always read my description because it tells you about the platforms you can find me on, how to book a personal reading, and what workshop I have coming up that you can become a part of. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey, Pal 4. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, bye.